The world would not be the same without people like Cheryl and Brenda. Their dedication and commitment to the Jewish Federation is what allows the Jewish Federation to do the work that they do. I am Linda Block. I have been a Federation member for over 25 years. I do sit on the local board as well as the National Women's Philanthropy Board. Because of people like Cheryl and Brenda, the Federation has been able to do a lot of work around the community as well as globally. We have been able to help Holocaust survivors remain in their homes with dignity. We have been able to help feed the hungry, make the gathering places where Jews meet more secure, and we're also able to inspire the younger generation to become part of our community. And that is why the Federation is honoring Cheryl Grutman and Brenda Tansman this evening.
Hi, I'm Jill Tansman Matthews. My mom's involvement in the Jewish Federation has inspired me by her values of how I raise my children. For as long as I can remember, she's always been active in the Jewish community.
My name is Ilana Wilf Tansman, and Brenda is my mother-in-law. I can think of no one who is more deserving to be honored for all the work that she does for the Jewish community.
She's been involved in the temple, she's a board member, and she's been chairing the dinner dance for, I think, 25 years.
My name is Pamela Grutman. I am the proud daughter of Cheryl Grutman. She really believes in Federation's mission that those who can do for others.
My name is Samantha Grutman. I am Cheryl's daughter-in-law. I think that Cheryl as a person is very selfless and giving. I think that shows through her contributions to Federation as well as to her children.
It stems from her beliefs that we all are connected, that we're all responsible. She always tells me, Klal Yisrael, that, the voice of the people, that we're all one people.
Growing up, we always volunteered in Jewish Home for the Aged. We played bingo. We always volunteered on Super Sunday. We went on many missions to Israel, and I'm happy that my children get to see how important helping others and the Jewish community is to her.
I know Brenda has been an inspiration to my husband, Brett, as well. He would tell me about growing up, always seeing his parents and his mom going to meetings and being very active in the Jewish community. I think it's extraordinary the level at which Brenda gives back and gives of her time in the community, and I think that that's very rare.
I definitely believe that Cheryl has inspired her children to keep Jewish traditions alive, as well as teaching them about charity and working for other people and being selfless.
I hope that one day that we're teaching the next generation. The other thing my mom always says is dor lador, from generation to generation, and she sees herself as part of a continuing legacy. It's something that she inherited from her parents and her grandparents, and that she expects. It's not even a hope, there's an expectation that we pass this down ourselves.
A tradition with my parents has been taking the kids their first trip to Israel to see firsthand what Federation does in Israel. If you go on a mission with her to Israel, she'll bring on the airplane or on the bus mandel bread, whatever food everybody wants. Israel is so important to my mom because Israel is a safe place for the Jewish people. It's a place where all Jewish people can go and feel at home.
I remember that Brett and I went on a mission to Cuba with Brenda with some of our friends, and our friends who came with us commented on how Brenda was the Jewish mother of the entire trip, feeding everyone her mandel bread that she brought with her to Cuba, making sure everyone who was sick was getting cared for, and it was just, it's like who Brenda is.
My mother's been extremely involved in women's philanthropy. That was her connection to Federation. And that connection extended to her joining the National Women's Philanthropy Committee. There's something for her about being with other women, about coming together and getting things done as women in the world and as Jewish women. It's been an empowering experience for her. It's been wonderful to watch her empower others.
Cheryl wants to inspire as a Jewish woman. I think she wants to keep the community involved, and I think that as time goes on, maybe especially my generation, some things are lost in translation, and to keep those traditions and the spirit of Judaism alive is really important.
Well, I know a focus of my mom's is youth who are at risk. Federation can see how important it is to invest in those youth, to provide programs to them and hopefully mitigate, the societal effects down the line.
Federation has become increasingly more important in our world today because our generation and our children's generation have so many different causes out there and so many different things that they can give to. And I think that Federation reminds us that it's incredibly important to continue to give to our Jewish community.
I think my mom's hopes for the future are no anti-Semitism and that all sects of Judaism would get along, and to get more people involved, especially young people, because that's our next generation who is going to lead our world.
If you have a talent, share it. If you have other resources that you can share, share them. If you have time, share your time. There's no wrong way to show up. And I think if we all could just adopt a small bit of that attitude, we could strengthen our communities locally and then globally.
I think it's caring about one another, asking people, what they need in that, times of hardship, and being concerned about other people. I think Cheryl does a great job of being selfless. If everyone in the world was as selfless as she is, things would be very different.
Brenda is an inspiration, and hopefully more people will get involved in the Jewish community and Federation in the same way that Brenda has.
On behalf of the hundreds of thousands of Jews that we touch both in our local communities and abroad, Cheryl and Brenda, I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart.